Welcome back to Game of Jones and the second part of our Neverwood story arc. This one is Chapter 3, Neverwood. With the party still reeling from the latest attack from the Baron, they notice that Rurik has a note attached to the knife stuck in him. It is an invitation to dinner at the Baron's castle that evening, and the party agonizes over what to do about this. They learn that the newest party member, a tiefling warlock named Amnon, is searching for vengeance. He hails from Skorgard, where he lived with his wife and son. A few months ago, a sickness ravaged the city, and his family grew sick. Desperate to save them, he reached out into the void. Tyron grabbed hold and promised him what he wanted. However, his world shattered when his family expired, and he left, seeking to avenge his fallen family with his familiar, a cat named Shadow. He learned that the Baron had ties to the Fiend and had come for answers. The party accepted this pessimist into their midst. They eventually decide to check out the crypts during the day and search for allies within the city. Myra goes to the church and asks them for assistance, thinking that surely not all the clergy were corrupt. They were, and they assured her that there was no reason to worry and sent a few spies after her. The party tries to sneak out but is noticed. After a small skirmish, the bodies of the guards are hidden in the basement and the party moves onwards. They run across an inn, the Silver Dragon, in which they might be able to find a man named Ivan Fulmer. This man allegedly has ties to a resistance movement looking to depose the Baron and the church. He isn't there, but his room is booby-trapped. The only other lead to follow at the moment is the crypt itself, so the vanguard venture deep, past traps and corpses to a massive cavern. Ahead, raised on a small mountain, is an ancient carved building, clearly the Tomb of Heroes. Rising from the top of the structure is the same crystalline formation found in front of the church. It rises like a plant growing from the soil. Before the party can finish admiring the view, Amnon is snatched from the group and flown hundreds of feet into the air and disappears into the dark. He has been taken by Mikri Skia, a young purple deep dragon who has become quite fond of this tomb and spends her days daydreaming of what lies inside. She threatens the party with harm if they don't give her tribute. Elijah refuses and instead bargains, telling the dragon that she can be present for the opening of the vault and can have her pick from the treasures inside. Satisfied with the trade, she retreats and flies deeper into the dark. Breathing a sigh of relief, the party reaches the summit. The vault is decorated with statues of 6 heroes, and the aged mural on the facade tells of a cataclysmic battle fought by these heroes. But against who? Before the party can do anything else, they are ambushed by a horde of skeletons and the vile necromancer who fought Elijah those years ago. The vanguard are triumphant, and Elijah makes good on his promise to protect his city. The party picks up the pieces, and upon checking out the locked room, reveals that traditional keys won't work here. The items needed are a shield, a crown, an amulet, a ring, and one traditional key to finish. They remember seeing this one key in the Lord Regent's possession, and the ring of Ioun in Min's possession fits the lock. Putting the ring in the door bestows greater benefit upon it, and the party heads topside to prepare for their dinner with the Baron. Returning to the inn reveals that the 2 siblings on the run from the Baron are missing. However, there is no time to worry about that, and they instead head northwards out of town to venture towards Castle Rellant, home of the vampire lord Baron Vidic Straw-Eladon. The journey north into the fog soon has the party transitioning into another plane of reality, where the Baron's home resides amidst impossibly tall mountains in a land of eternal night. Somehow, this is the same realm that was imprisoned within the Platinum Skull that simply exists in some sort of overlapping space. The party enters and is treated to a nice dinner and conversation with the Baron. He offers them powerful gifts if they will simply give him Selena, the sister on the run from him. He also gives them Morn. Morn has been bequeathed to Vidic by Tyron. He is confused and scared, and bears strange runes upon his arms. Elijah refuses to bow down to the games of Vidic and explodes into action. The shadowy figure that killed Morn rises as well, Goranon the Faceless, servant of Tyron. He moves freely between his realm and the Shadowfell. The battle is costly and almost leaves some of the party stuck in the Shadowfell, but they win and Morn is free. The Baron thanks them for their time, and the party heads back to Elijah's mother's tavern, which is now in flames. She has escaped and has taken refuge in the Silver Dragon with the siblings, and they finally meet Ivan. He leads all of them into the crypts again, where a small band of rebels and refugees live in a protected temple. Satisfied that they are safe, the party decides to leave. They figure they don't have much of a chance against the Baron right now, so they leave the city, planning on finding more keys and returning once they have more power at their disposal. After being ambushed by assassins from the church, they make for the city gate, and Elijah tells them that he will not be traveling with them. He has too much at stake here and must stay to protect his family and his city. He tells them that he has heard of an old army buddy of his on the road west, and if they run across him, to treat him well. Saddened, the vanguard quit the city, licking their wounds, but hungry for round 2.